Welcome to the first On the Road Bible Time. I'm sitting here in the backyard of the house that I grew up in, the house that my dad bought 53 years ago. And this backyard has a lot of memories for me, a lot of great memories, and a lot of connections to my family. Back behind me here, you can see some rose bushes. Those were my mom's pride and joy. And in this yard, there was a lot of activity that went on. I can remember bloop ball games, play with a wiffle ball and a plastic bat, and my dad doing a lot of the pitching in those games. And in this backyard, my dad hit thousands, countless wiffle golf balls. And so everything about this house, everything about this yard says something about my mom and dad. And that kind of leads into our Bible time for today, 1 Kings chapters 5 and 6. Solomon's going to build a temple, and he says he wants to build a temple, a house for the name of the Lord. The name of the Lord, meaning a house that represents everything that he is, a house that says everything there is to say that you can say about God in a house. And if you read the description of the house that he's going to build, the temple that he's going to build, you can see the majesty, the glory, the greatness. You can see that it's a place that's built to exalt God. And you can see all of the elements in it that point to that. The Holy of Holies, the holy place where they have the altar of incense and the showbread and the lampstand, and then the altar of sacrifice, which represents not only God's wrath against sin, but also God's forgiveness in the confession of sin and the making of the sacrifice. And so that it's a house that says everything about God, and it shows the wisdom of Solomon and his ability to organize this great effort that went into building the temple. But the main thing of those two chapters, you look at all the greatness and the glory of what it was. But what you'll see, though, is the main thing is in chapter 6, verses 11 through 13, when it says, "Now the word of the Lord came to Solomon concerning his house, that this house that you are building, if you will walk in my statutes and obey my rules and keep all my commandments and walk in them, then I will establish my word with you, which I spoke to David your father, and I will dwell among the children of Israel and will not forsake my people Israel." You can have an exalted view of God. You can build a building that represents an exalted view of God, but the key is being obedient to God. If that exalted view doesn't lead to obedience in our life, then it doesn't mean anything. It's the obedience that God blesses, not the big buildings that we build. And so that's an important takeaway for us today in this little Bible time. These On the Road episodes will be shorter than normal. They'll be more like a text message than an email. But we're looking forward to meeting with you again tomorrow and doing more Bible time.